Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you to the 54th Commencement exercises of Cedar Grove High School. Please help me welcome our Board of Education President, Mrs. Christine Dye. Board of Education, absolutely. If you do it for one, you got to do it for all. Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Frank Mandela. Our board members, Mr. David Schoner, Mr. Peter Pavulovich, and Mr. Vincent Valero. Mayor Piertanella is also here with us this evening. District-wide administration, faculty, family, friends, and especially the graduating class of 2017. To officially begin our program this evening, I would like to introduce Sam Almodovar, our President of the All-School Council, who will lead us in the flag salute, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the Star-Spangled Banner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome parents, friends, and family to the 2017 Cedar Grove High School graduation ceremony. I would like to first thank Mr. Mangili, Mr. Gallagher, and Mr. Featherman for giving me this great opportunity to speak in front of the audience today. I would like to also thank all of the teachers, faculty, and you, everyone in the audience, for helping those graduating behind me get to where we are today. Tonight, you're in for a roller coaster of emotion. You'll be proud to see us graduate, upset to see us leave, and hopeful for what's next. It'll be filled with lots of laughter, sorrowful goodbyes, and tons of pictures. Tonight is the end of the chapter in our history books. We finally get our diploma of freedom and the start of our new independent lives. Tonight is the night we finally become adults. As we wait eagerly for everyone to finish their speeches and for our names to be called, we should take a moment to reflect back on the first day of our freshman year, the day we all thought we were so cool because we finally left the middle school behind. Soon enough, we were frantic little freshmen scurrying through the hallways, not knowing if our classes were going to be hard, not knowing who our friends were going to be, not knowing for what was next. As the years progressed and we began to find our way, the overwhelming transition into high school didn't seem so overwhelming anymore. From pep rallies to theater performances to prom, high schools gave us many opportunities to make new friends, to promote school spirit, and to have fun. 12 years together. Wow, 12 whole years. 12 years of tests, quizzes, papers, and studying. Everything we've ever done in our lives has led us up to this moment. There's a universal truth we all have to face, whether we want to or not. Everything eventually ends. As much as I've looked forward to this day, I've always disliked endings. The last day of summer, the last episode of a great series, the end of a holiday break. But endings are inevitable. It's what we do afterwards that is most important. After today, it is your responsibility to choose your path. Life is a series of one-way streets. You could only move forward and never look back. You're controlling the car, and the map shows the different choices you have. Whether you go to college, to trade school, into the military, or straight into the workforce, make sure you're enjoying what you do. On your journey of life, you'll hit some speed bumps and many detours. You'll be on roads you wish you never went down, and some you wish to drive through over and over again. However, all these experiences make and shape every detail about us. We can't change the past without changing who we'll be. So learn from your mistakes, don't regret and dwell on them. Cedar Grove High School has taught us many things about ourselves and others. We might not remember the dates we've memorized in history class or the meaning of SOHCAHTOA. We will probably forget who was cool and who wasn't. What we won't forget, however, is the impact of those who have guided us on our path to success, those who've challenged us to be the best we could be, and those who encourage us to keep trying, even when all we wanted to do was give up. As cliche as this may sound, we have the power to shape our future. Hopefully in the future, you'll meet that special person and those forever friends that'll help you succeed in life. I hope that all of you look back on this day and remember who you were, who you are, and who you'll become. I hope you will all succeed and reach your maximum potential. If it hasn't hit you yet, we are graduating. This may be the last time we ever see each other together again. Hopefully when we're all big and famous, we'll still remember our roots, Cedar Grove. As much as we complain about it being a small town, you can't deny that you'll miss it. I know I'll miss being with my friends. I'll miss seeing my favorite teachers, listening to Miss Bieber's morning announcements, and ordering the forever famous panini and fried combo from the cafeteria. I'll miss the safety and comfort of Cedar Grove. I would like to end with a quote from Bradley Whitford. Take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, every puny little thing you've ever accomplished is a result of taking action. You have a choice. You can either be a positive victim of circumstance, or you can be the active hero of your own life. Today, I challenge all of us to take action and become the heroes of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2017. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, Sam. Great job. You were a great president this year for this school. It is now my pleasure to have our senior and select choir members led by Miss Jessin Foos perform We Are Young.
Guys, So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun.
Tonight we are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun.
Now I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast.
'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Na 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 na. Carry me home tonight. 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 Na 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 na.
The world is on my side. I have no reason to run. So will someone come and carry me home tonight? The moon is on my right, but I can hear the fire. So will someone come and carry me home?
We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Thank you, choir. Great job. It is my honor to introduce Ms. Deanna DeCourt to deliver our first graduation address to the class of 2017. Ms. DeCourt?
Mr. Featherman, Board of Education members, Mr. Mangili, Mr. Gallagher, teachers, staff, family, and friends. Thank you for taking the time to be here and experience this milestone in our lives with us. The cliche always goes, all good things must come to an end. I would like to start off with a quote, one that touches my heart, especially on this day. Leaves fall, you close the book, you say goodbye. Today is one of those days for us. Today we say goodbye to everything familiar, everything that was comfortable. We're moving on, but just because we're leaving, and that hurts, there are some people who are so much a part of us, they'll be with us no matter what. They are our solid ground, our North Star, and the small, clear voices that will be with us, always. When I first heard this quote, I would have never guessed that we would actually feel like this on graduation day. And yet, here we are. High school was full of good times and bad, laughter and sorrow, excitement and stress, and nothing will ever compare. These past 4 years were amazing, and I could not have asked for a better group of people to spend them with, students and teachers alike. Some of us have been friends since the beginning of this year, since freshman year, since 8th grade. Some have even been friends since kindergarten. We have been together for years, but that will all soon change. It is sad to think that this may be the last time we will all be together, the last time we will all be high school students. 4 years sounds like a long time, but it somehow went by in the blink of an eye. I still remember my first day of high school. Of course, I was a stereotypical freshman that got lost in the halls. I ended up in a classroom full of juniors. After their teacher helped me figure out where I was actually supposed to be, I thought, I hope she doesn't remember me by the time I'm a junior. As it turns out, I didn't even have to wait that long, because I ended up having Miss Metallo the next day. And all she said was, Decor, I see you finally figured your way out around the school. Well, Miss Metallo, I can assure you I still haven't, because I somehow couldn't even find your room on the first day of my senior year. Throughout the years, many of us have been able to acquire different families, whether it was within the drama, the musical, sports teams, clubs, or just a group of people that you truly connected with. We truly came together as a grade, which helped us win both lip sync and the holiday bash this year. We were the first class to use the new auditorium and the first to graduate on this new field. Or, well, new auditorium, apparently. This high school has made it easy for me to find people I consider family. I was fortunate enough to be a part of so many activities here, like volleyball, Italian club, basketball, and so much more. I will always be grateful for the opportunities I was given. Well, we did it. We made it through the hours of impossible homework and the sleepless nights trying to study for our tests, the stress from our AP classes, and wondering if all this work was really worth it. We actually did it. This morning, we were high school seniors. Tonight, we will be high school graduates. Thank you all for making the past 4 years at Cedar Grove High School unforgettable. Congratulations, class of 2017. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Deanna. Well said. Nice job. It is my honor to now introduce Dylan Luke to deliver our next graduation address. Mr. Luke.
Good evening, CGHS administration and faculty, family, friends, and peers. I'm very happy that all of you took the time to come to the ceremony. To the Cedar Grove High School faculty and administration, I want to thank you for this opportunity to speak, especially because this is my own high school graduation. To the parents and family members of the high school students sitting here, thank you for all your support these past 12 years to get here. If it wasn't for all of you, many of these students sitting here wouldn't have achieved as much as they did. I know I wouldn't have achieved as much as I did without my mom and dad. To the class of 2017, good job, we made it. 12 years together, guys. 12 years of great, painful, stressful, and tough years of school. Boy, am I glad that's all over. But I'm glad it began with a good education. So what is a good education? Education to me is not how well you do in school, but how you have grown and matured as an individual. Over these past 2 months, I've been reflecting on little old freshman Dylan, terrified of high school life. But more importantly, I've been asking myself how classmates and I have changed, how a bratty little boy became a less bratty young man. After careful contemplation, I narrowed down to 3 things that have contributed to my growth: curiosity, drive, and experience. They say curiosity killed the cat. Well, I say that it was the world around it, maybe even a car, I don't know. As a little freshman, I saw the world as one-dimensional. There's a right and there's a wrong. However, through discussion in the classroom, through reading unique works of literature, through understanding the world around me, new dimensions became visible. Right and wrong are not concrete, as there is always a blurred gray area in whatever action we do, where you decide what should be right and what should be wrong. To understand the world, you have to question it. You have to be courageous enough to ask why. Now, I don't mean that you have to raise your hand in the classroom, but question the world. Why is the earth round? Why do memes exist? Why do I have to do that homework? Because that's still as valid as a question as it is today. However, if the world is your oyster, how do you take it? How do you get the pearl inside it? That is what drives us. To never settle for less, to always push for more. Success is never handed to you. It requires dedication and focus. This means the countless hours of studying, the hours practicing for a sport, the hours within a school club, the hours of sleep you had each night. Oh, wait, we never had sleep in high school, my bad. Success is not limited to the grades, but is limited by your drive. The 65 on the test, the cut from a sports team, the loss of a position you want in a club, all of this does not define you. It's the steps after the 65, the cut, the loss, that help you grow as a person. And finally, the most powerful of all, experience. For people that ask me, what year did you grow up the most? I say junior year. Not because of the AP classes or the introduction into the terrifying college application process, but because that is when I experienced the most of life. I experienced the ups and downs of school life, the ups and downs of friendships, the ups and downs of life in general. I learned some very, very tough realities. But I also had some wonderful, intimate moments with friends and families. Some of the best times of my junior year were in a car, talking to my friends, talking about school, talking about relationships, talking about our future dreams. These experiences are memories that will never leave and ultimately made me understand people more than ever before. High school was a wild ride, but the graduates have a lot more to go. Because even though we spent 12 years together, we have many more separate. I hate to tell you guys, but the greatest challenges are yet to come. However, let me finish this mediocre speech with a quote from this author that really changed my life. The man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Seuss. In his masterpiece, Oh, the Places You'll Go, you have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the one who will decide where to go. Life will come with challenges, come with struggle, but ultimately it is our growth that progresses us forward. And I can honestly say that all of these wonderful students are well educated, as per my definition. Go out in the world, question it, drive for success, and experience the world outside of Cedar Grove. You are the one who will decide where to go. So find your path, find your place. I want to come back as a bratty college graduate and hear the wonderful stories each of us have in 10 years. Thank you for some of the best experiences within these past 12 years of my life. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Dylan, thank you for your words of wisdom. They will go far. It is now my pleasure to have our senior and concert band members, once again led by Miss Jessin Foose, to perform Peace of Mind.
keep on giving. Doesn't seem too much to me. And other people like to make believe they're living. Can't decide on who they should be.
Thank you, band and choir, and of course, Mrs. Jessen Foos. Thank you very much. On behalf of Mr. Gallagher, Mr. Gogarty, the CGHS faculty and staff, it is my privilege to stand before you this evening to offer congratulations and best wishes upon the graduating class of 2017. Graduates, today is the day. The last 18 years of your lives, everything you have accomplished has led you to this moment. Take a second to think about the last 12 years of your schooling and about some of the milestones you reached. Reading your first book, learning how to tell time, adding, subtracting, dividing, multiplying. And as you grew older, you overcame the challenge of opening your lock and locker in the middle school. You took part in your first science fair, and maybe, just maybe, some of you have some of that money left over from your first trips. As you grew a little bit older and entered high school, you were challenged in subject areas such as algebra, geometry, chemistry, physics, honors classes, AP classes. This year, some of you even took part in our Syracuse University Project Advance. It's a dual enrollment class where you earn up to 3 college credits. And you probably saved some of your parents some money. Have they said thank you yet? 4 years of high school, 720 days to be exact. It sounds like such a long time, but I am sure as you sit here tonight, it feels like high school was completed in a flash. 13 years of school, 18 years of life, and just 1 day to graduate. Certainly the class of 2017 will be greatly missed, and most of us here tonight can testify to their academic achievements, passionate drama and musical performances, as well as memorable competitions on the athletic field. Let's take a quick snapshot of this senior class. This year's graduates will attend colleges and universities which include the likes of Georgia Tech, DePaul, James Madison, Syracuse, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Furman, Marist, and Rhode Island. That's just to name a few. This year's graduates will be attending schools as close as Montclair State University and as distant as Florida State University. We have one member of the graduating class who will be entering the Marines this year. How about this graduating class? Go ahead, absolutely. How How about this graduating class of 120 awarded a record number of $103,000 in various scholarships on scholarship night? We had talented members of our senior class display remarkable performances on this stage. Charlotte's Web, Sister Act, fantastic shows. Our wrestling team did what no other team has done before, and that was repeat as sectional champions with a convincing win over Bound High School, and that was in February. In March, our cheerleaders also defended their state championship by once again taking home the hardware. Our softball team just recently was crowned state champions with a win over Metuchen High School in June. And how can I not mention the senior class by holding tradition by winning lip sync? Huge. And may I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a school of 500 students to do those types of things. It's impressive, massively impressive. It says a lot about the students up here tonight and our graduates and you as parents. These were all positive impacts by this class of 2017. It says a lot about the young men and women who sit before us this evening. We all know after all the accomplishments and all the awards are given out, the only things that really matter are the experiences and relationships, and that's what high school's about. I'll tell you what's great about high school. It's not a single event or a check off the list, but instead high school is a journey which started with tentative steps perhaps, but ones that have taken you to remarkable heights. Of course you encountered some trials and tribulations along the way, but you soldiered on and came out stronger than you were. You have experienced exceptional moments, magical moments, and created long-lasting school memories which will not be forgotten. On a personal note, for those of you who do not know, I have been a part of the lives of these graduates for the last 7 years. And boy, are they tired of me. It's been my pleasure to watch you grow into young adults over the years. You are graduates today, but Panthers forever. And we look forward to your future successes. Thank you. Up until tonight, I have not witnessed these two things. And the first thing I'd like to tell you that I witnessed tonight was our very own superintendent of schools, about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago, stacking chairs with us to get this situation ready and available for tonight's festivities. That's the first thing. Second thing I've never seen happen before is the principal of the high school never introducing the principal in his welcome address. And that also happened tonight. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our superintendent of schools, Mr. Michael Featherman.
He's a real riot, isn't he? I tell you. Good evening and warm welcome once again to Principal Mangili. That's this guy right here. Yes. Absolutely. Board President Mrs. Dye, Mayor Tonella, distinguished guests, faculty, family, and friends. On behalf of the Board of Education, I am also honored to stand before you this evening to bestow congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2017. Tonight we celebrate each of you, the graduate, as you attain one of life's memorable milestones. This commencement ceremony not only symbolizes the mission of our school district, it signifies your emergence into adulthood and an expansion of your freedom. This is indeed the best day of the school year. To be sure, as a group, you have distinguished yourselves in numerous ways as scholars, athletes, musicians, actors, artists, writers, and even community servants. You leave an indelible mark with us tonight, and it will become part of our long-standing tradition here at Cedar Grove High School. Thank you for bringing pride to our school district and to your hometown. So now you've tasted success and will soon be handed your diplomas. Right over there. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Someone's listening. Yeah. How cool is that? You have done well to achieve this goal, learning much about yourselves and those sitting around you, next to you, and down the hall. And as you go forward, we encourage you to concentrate your energy and enthusiasm in newer and even more creative ways. Sample what life has to offer, keeping your eyes on what's possible, not merely on what's in front of you. Take calculated risks and explore your options until you discover what you like to do, because these are the things we do best. George Bernard Shaw wrote that life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Now, that's a different way of thinking of it, isn't it? Well, from time to time, you will all feel lost, as I have from time to time. But let your instincts be guided not by who you are now, but rather by who you're looking to become. To this end, there is no definitive roadmap, and ultimately it is a matter of judgment, as you've heard said up here earlier, and a question of choice. You have been given the tools to distinguish right from wrong, so embrace uncertainty with confidence. You are ready to navigate life's open waters. You're ready. In fact, those of you seated before us tonight have already gleaned sizable returns from your hard work. Your accomplishments have been many, and your successes too numerous to mention. And so tonight, you're entitled to take a quick victory lap to celebrate those achievements. Your future starts tomorrow, and before long, it will be time to recalibrate your priorities. There are sure to be starts and stops along the way, but don't be afraid to fail. It's part of life, and it's a necessary ingredient of success. Use the skills you've acquired from family, teachers, counselors, coaches, and your friends to expedite your recovery from necessary failure. It may not always be apparent, but you know things. You know lots of things. So trust that while the future is certainly uncertain, your compass will safely navigate you through the challenges that lay ahead. So as we say goodbye for now, I wish you good luck, best wishes, and congratulations once again to all of you, the class of 2017. Thank you. Thank you.
It is now my honor to call up Ms. Christine Dye, President of the Cedar Grove Board of Education, to offer remarks and accept the class of 2017.
Welcome, family, friends, teachers, administrators, the town council, and everyone else here to celebrate Cedar Grove High School's class of 2017. I've known for a while now that I would have the incredible opportunity to address the class of 2017. I had a lot of time, and I really wanted my speech to have meaning, some kind of important message. And yes, I know most of you will never remember a word I say, but maybe for one moment you might say, "Oh, that's true." Well, you know what? That's a really hard task, because all the incredible words of wisdom, they've all been taken already. And it looks like you're copying somebody when you just repeat them. And you certainly don't want to sound all campy in your speech with words like embrace the world, the future is yours, and this is your day. And I apologize if any of you actually use those themes this evening. So I find myself 1 week before graduation and without any inspiration until my 7-year-old niece tells me something she's learned this year in the first grade. And what she learned is so simple and yet so appropriate for today. About the same time the graduates were in the first grade, a book was published. It was called Have You Filled Your Bucket Today? Written by Carol McLeod, the book is a guide to daily happiness for kids. The idea is simple. We walk around carrying an invisible bucket. Everyone has one. I have one, you have one, your teachers, parents, everyone you encounter has a bucket. Even Mr. Featherman has a bucket. The bucket only has one purpose, and it's to hold the good feelings and thoughts about yourself. During those times when you're feeling happy, your bucket is full. During those times when you feel alone or sad or crappy, your bucket is empty. The idea, obviously, is to have a full bucket. According to the book, other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill other people's buckets. You can also fill your own. So how exactly do you do this? It's not rocket science. When you do something nice for someone, even something small, you help fill their bucket. Did you ever stop to think that your kind gesture not only makes someone else feel good, but also makes you feel good as well? When you do this, you're a bucket filler. You also have the ability, however, to dip into other people's buckets and empty them. This happens when you're not nice to somebody and you make them feel bad. In this case, you're known as a bucket dipper. Here's the thing, when you're a bucket dipper, you're also emptying your own bucket. Making someone else feel like crap also makes you feel like crap in the end too. Think of your years at Cedar Grove when you were a bucket filler, and now think back to the times when you were a bucket dipper. Here in Cedar Grove, we supported you as you learned the difference, as you learned right from wrong. There have been a lot of people who've helped you along the way, and they're sitting here tonight. These people filled your buckets, and they taught you valuable lessons. Think of the friendly bus driver who alleviated your fears when you didn't know a soul on that bus. The crossing guard who said hi to you every morning on your walk to school. Think of your kindergarten teacher who smiled at you and made you feel so welcome on your first day when you were completely terrified. Think of all your special moments at North End and South End where everyone tried to fill your buckets each and every day. But you also had moments where you were a bucket dipper. Maybe you didn't share, or maybe you made fun of someone or excluded them, or maybe you even bullied them. And you had moments where someone emptied your bucket, where you felt left out or excluded or alone. You learned from all of those experiences, and that has shaped the young adults you have become, all from filling and emptying imaginary buckets. Now, as you leave Cedar Grove, you must continue to be bucket fillers. Go out in the world and remember your actions have an impact on people. What you say and how you say it matters. You have the power to make people feel good, and you have the power to make them feel bad, all because of a bucket. Surround yourself with people who fill your bucket as well. Don't allow people to empty yours. And remember, as my niece tells me, be a filler, not a dipper. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Okay, it's about that time. I'd like to ask Miss Jackie Lasky and Mr. Derek Caduto, our faculty advisors for the class of 2017, to please commence the awarding of the diplomas.
Samuel E. Almodovar. David Alchol. Dennis Aponte. Bavli Ayad. Adrian Bakhvarov. Christopher Basil. Mustafa Yaz Bayram. Joseph Anthony Bell. Judy Abushar. Rama Abushar. Jesse Agan. Abibi Alanova. Valerie Arico. Kathleen Marie Atkinson. Jeanette Berdieva. Carly Samantha Bach. Goshut Berdiev. Andrew James Bach. Brandon Bolzow. Victor Bonato. Samuel Campanello. William John Capasso. William Carpenter, Jr. Jamie Nicole Bach. Agapi Bullios. Samantha R. Brancato. Shannon Lee Burke. Gianna Marie Ciccarelli. Gianna Michelle Cirinelli. Jessica Conway. John Castiglione. Dominic Richard Catalano. John Comesian. Braden Tyler Collier. Vasily Vincent Cook. Alexander Costa. Zachary Michael Derman. Ahmad Imad Dandan. Daniela Cordasco. Alyssa Cristello. Madison Darginio. Kelly Dano. Deanna Marie DeCourt. Gianna Dinoteris. Remy Denti. Cara Olivia DeSisto. Josiah Daniel. Edward Vincent Delora. Daniel DePrenda. Michael John Drozdowski. Samuel Benjamin Franks. Brian J. Frieda. David W. Frieda.
Daniela Victoria DeGangi. Gabriella Marie DeGangi. Marissa DeGori. Jacqueline Lee Downs. Gianna Duran. Catherine Elias. Miriam Eshak.
Nicholas Anthony Ginolfi. Eric Edward Kriegsman. Joseph P. Lombardi. Dylan Luke. Adam Franklin Mastrangelo. Sean Paul McCabe. Alex Jesse Mikowski. Maxwell Xavier Mo. Elise Veronica Fearon. Faith Olivia Fennelly. Sloan Catherine Glebus. Alexa Nicole Guerra. Fatima Jasmine Hernandez. Martha Kaczynowski. Jordan Taylor Kolar. Alyssa Grace Lever. Nicholas Gerard Mossy. Hamza Muhammad. Patrick D. Mullen. Christopher Joseph Napolitano. John Nardiello. John Paul Note. Marco Enzo Pantusa. Dana Marie Lavelli. Dominique Long. Rihanna Ann Marinelli. Alyssa Marie Miga. Darti Patel. Sabrina Noemi Pereira. Sydney Nicole Richardson. Daniel Andrew Platt. Dominic Protasevich. Ryan Thomas Ring. Romeo N. Rodriguez. Sean Patrick Rooney. Nicholas Rosamilia. Joseph Rufo. Peter James Ruggiero. Isabella Lynn Rizzo. Sydney Amber Rosen. Irene Saran. Malini Shah. Bhakti Sharma. Mary Siri. Alana Eleanor Slattery. Samantha Nicole Stefanelli. Michael Anthony Russo. John Schultz. Salvatore Shimoni. Elias Sagalis. Theodore Sagalis. Justin Toby. Kevin Stephen Tribalka. Charles Utz. JC Taylor Tronio. Nina Rose Fergolic. Emma Francine Wirt. Bruce Julius James Williams. Chris Samuel Wynn. Nicholas Zampini.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the class of 2017.
Now and forever, you are a part of me, and the memory cuts like a knife. Didn't we find the ecstasy